Hey guys, let's finish this week off with 8.23, and I kind of made this title up. I called it Backwards Volume Problems. Students will be able to apply volume formulas to find a missing variable in the equation. So I've noticed for the past, couple weeks when we're kind of doing those questions going backwards, where I give you the volume or I give you the surface area or I give you the lateral surface area, and I'm asking you for something specific, you kind of like making some mistakes. So I want to spend the day to focus on that. For this lesson, you would need this reference sheet, a copy of this reference sheet. This is the Regents reference sheet that has all the formulas. We're going to focus on the left side, the volume formulas, okay? So here's our first example, which I would love for you to copy in your notebook. These are questions that I've seen some kind of error on before, so I wanted to make sure I look at this. It says the volume of a sphere is approximately 44.6022 cubic centimeters. What is the radius of a sphere? And let's round it to the nearest tenth. So you're going to go back to that formula, and then you're going to say, okay, I know the volume of a sphere, so I'm working with a sphere. So the first thing you're going to do is write the formula. Volume is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. Then you're going to look at the information that's given to you. This 44.6022, what does that represent? It represents the volume. So I'm going to put it on here, 44.6022, 0, that's a 0, equal to 43 pi times radius cube. Now I need radius by itself, so I'm going to go ahead and divide it by 4/3 pi. Now remember, this is what we talked about. It has to be in parentheses. If it is not in parentheses, you're going to get the wrong answer. So please make sure you go ahead or do it one at a time. Divide by pi first and then divide by 4/3. These are going to cancel. This is going to be r cubed. And then when you plug all of those in your calculator, right, make sure this is in parentheses. And this, I'm talking about the simple free calculator I told you to download in school. You will get 10.6479. Now to get rid of cube, you're not dividing by 3, but you're taking the cube root of this, meaning go to math, choice 4, and it says rounded to the nearest tenth, which means 1 decimal place, so you should get 2.2 as the radius, and this is centimeters. Now to do this part right here where I put the star, you go to math, and you go to option number 4. Again, please go ahead and download the calculator for your iPhone. It's called Calculator X, and it has all the functionalities of the one that we were using in the classroom. So when you do choice 4, you will just enter 10.6479, and you will get that answer. Okay? The second one I want to look at is a cylinder. The volume of a cylinder of a cylindrical can is 32 pi. If the height is 2, what is the radius? So now I go back to my reference sheet. I am going to write the volume. Volume of a cylinder is pi r square h. This is 32 pi. The radius is what I'm looking for, and the height is 2. So I'm going to divide everything by 2 pi, right, because I want to get rid of those. Make sure they're in parentheses. When you have a pi in the top and a pi in the bottom, it's like saying these cancel. So this is actually 16 is equal to r squared. Now you take the square root. Now a lot of my students, to get rid of a square, you do not divide by 2. You take the square root, and the square root of 16 is 4. The radius is 4. So to get rid of this little square, you do the square root. Please do not divide by 2. I've seen a lot of those from numerous students. Our final example is those more complicated questions where it says if the volume of a cube is 8 cubic centimeters, what is the surface area in square centimeters? Now we all know that when we're finding the surface area of a cube, right, all the sides are congruent, so surface area of a cube is equal to 6 times the side square. Now this 8 is not the side, that's actually the volume. So volume is side cube. So I'm saying 8 is equal to something raised to the third power. Again, take the cube root of this guy and you should get 2. All this means is 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 8. So if the side is 2, then I'm going to use that up on this side and substitute 6 times 2 square, because that's what the formula says for a surface area of a cube. You would just substitute as is, and then our final answer, surface area, is equal to 24 centimeters square. Right? It's like taking the volume. I needed to use this guy, this 8, to get the side, and then substitute that to find the surface area. So now that you know what you have to get done, we have a worksheet that needs to be completed. Show all your work, submit them, and as always, if you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great day.